Welcome to Orlando. Why am I here? Well, we're here with Mercury Marine on a very exciting launch. We're here at Disney, at a convention center, gonna just go and jump into a wonderful evening full of hospitality from Mercury, but to lift the cover off their very latest technology being launched to international press and marine specialists. So, I've known about this engine for a little while. I'm really excited to be able to now talk about it finally. So we're going to take the covers off, get down to the venue and show you a little bit about it, and then tomorrow when you watch this, which will be now today when I've posted this, I'll be on the water at Lake X for the next week running about 20 different tests on the engine, which I'm going to be showcasing to you. So this is a very short video just to quickly show you some snippets of the things that I am allowed to show you, and then the following videos from this will all be really cool content centered around new technology. So here we go. So what a wonderful privilege. In that room behind me is the board of directors of Brunswick, Mercury, and all of their portfolio of businesses launching the all-new 350 and 400 V10 Mercury outboard. We have an amazing week ahead of us. It's a very special couple of days. Stay tuned because what we have in store is really special. It's 2 a.m. in the morning on my body clock, but we've just had a wonderful evening showcasing the V10 to industry experts and the board of Mercury Marine being able to show off all their latest technology. So we have a V10 and we have that in 350 and 400 horsepower configurations. So why this move to go into a V10 power plant? Well, at the moment we have a V8 300, you then have a 450R in that application. If you currently want a 400 or a 350, you have to step down to older technology in the L6 VERADO, or you can then go up another level into the 600 V12, but that's really only suited to certain applications. In those applications it does really well, but it's not necessarily the best motor of choice for certain smaller craft where the transom weight doesn't kind of really work. So you need that bridge in between. Go the V10. When you think of V10s, it has loads of performance. You think V10 Dodge Viper, you know, V10 Formula One, you've got Ilmor engines, all fantastic V10 high performance motors. Now, this is a 5.7 litre engine, and it crams that into an engine that's not much bigger than an L6. It's pushing out, like we've said, the 350 and 400 horsepower. But they claim in their Mercury press release, if I get it up here, that the new V10 engines are the quietest and smoothest in their class, running 45% quieter than the leader competitor at cruise. At 45%. So, tomorrow, or by the time that you watch this, today, I will put through the paces of some various different craft to really see if that is the case. 45% quieter. It has a dual mode 48 volt and 12 volt alternator, and that actually works with Navico's Fathom system, so it almost becomes like a plug-in hybrid and really helps towards those craft that have noisy generators and things like that to power AC and things like that. So having the Fathom system, really good high output alternator to be able to recharge your batteries on board, that's a system that is going to be really popular to a lot of big boaters. Now you'd think with this massive V10 outboard, especially at 5.7 litres, that it'd be pretty tough to be able to position this on a 26-inch dual setup for the rigging side-by-side motors. Well, it's really important for Mercury to be able to have multiple installations. We've all seen the big center consoles running now 4, 5, even 6 engines on the back of their transoms, and they've been able to maintain that 26-inch separation between the motors, which is really clever. But this is a really important factor because those people that have an L6 VERADO are going to be able to change over to the V10 and retrofit these really easily. Another cool feature on this engine is the ease of rigging it. Now, most boat riggers will be used to having harnesses, fuel lines, junction boxes, various different kit behind the helm, and on smaller boats that can get quite cramped. However, they've really gone to town on trying to make this system quite modular and as plug and play as they can. And that has meant that the rigging is even simpler than ever before. You can also pay as an upgrade to have electronic steering, which gives you an even more decluttered transom and even simpler rigging system. So far, the V10 is looking really good. When you watch this, I will already be on the water because the embargo would have been lifted, and I'll be filming with a 36-foot Boston whaler. I have a sea breeze test. I have Sea Ray as well, some bass boats, pontoon boats, various different center consoles of different guises. I think we have about 20 boats tomorrow, 15, 20 tomorrow, to be putting through their paces on the V10. And to be honest, I'm looking forward to being here. This would have been flipped because of the way that the camera is currently. Would it have been flipped? Maybe it would have been flipped. I think it will be flipped. Lake X, if you don't know about it, I'm going to be putting a special film out about it, but essentially in the 50s, Kiefer, the man behind Mercury Marine, founder, bought this area of lake. And it's an area of land and water that was very secretive and guarded to be able to protect their technology from the likes of Evinrude at the time and other competitors. There are a number of world records run at the site, and it enabled them to be able to run their outboard technology like never before and do laps and laps and laps and laps and thousands of hours of endurance testing before they put out any production engine. Lake X and Mercury are intertwined in the pedigree of the brand. And for me, as somebody that is a racer, or a has-been racer these days, to be able to be on this water with all this heritage, but also be surrounded by the designers of the engines, the designers of the 400R, which we won our class at Cowstall Quay and got multiple speed records with, to be able to be with the CEOs, the commercial directors, and be able to try and sap as much information as I can and absorb it all. I'm really looking forward to the next few days to really put these boats as hard as I can on this lake, see where the performance at is with the new motor, but also just try and take in as much of the heritage as I can to learn, to improve as a journalist, to give you the best information I can, and to have an even greater in-depth knowledge of behind the motor and the whole back-end side of the business. So really looking forward to the next few days. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be putting out some really cool films on this over the next coming months as we edit them up and put them out. So, bye for now. It's about 2:30 in the morning for me on UK time. I landed and came straight here. It's time for bed. Time to edit this video first, get this out to you tomorrow, and then time for bed.